Hello there everybody, Sabana92 aka Nightmare, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. So, last episode we got to meet a dead Mia, and we got to meet dead Mia's sister Maya. And, I mean, for crying out loud, we kind of already figured out possibly who this killer is, but we didn't know the name of the individual. And after gathering some information, we learned that possibly the name of the killer is supposedly Mr. White, and apparently this guy has a bit of a history with Mia and Maya's, family. Oh, Emiya Yukido, you left a very interesting comment, and actually this is not the first time that I've heard this, but I figured I'd go ahead and share this with you. Japanifornia is a fun place to live with very good hamburgers. Don't mind the strange shape. Jokes aside, it got to a point where the localization team literally just gave up and made it canon for the Western version that the series happens in is an alternate timeline where a ton of Japanese immigrants went to the USA after presumably World War II and the culture changed a lot over time. I guess sort of works, but it's still funny. You think? Also, the pun names are also a thing in the original, although maybe not as silly overall. But Phoenix is called Naruhodo, which basically means I see. Got it. I see. One of the latter games gets especially ridiculous in English, but mostly you get used to it and it fits the goofy tone of the series. I'm starting to get the feeling that I'm going to be dealing with a lot of punny names, so this seems like my kind of game series then. Oh, by the way, another thing you might not know. The original game was actually for the Game Boy Advance, not the DS, released in 2002. Wait, seriously? But the DS version was the first one to get out of Japan. That blows my mind, honestly. Oh, and maybe it's just me, but when I first played the game, I didn't see her death coming at all. Maybe I was too young to see the death flags, which I probably didn't even know the concept. But it really was a shock. Honestly, I'm sure that if I didn't notice the death flags myself, I probably would have been a little bit more shocked, but I don't know. I just kind of got the death flags and yeah. Oh, since I'm going into a trial, we also got a name drop. Somebody named Edgeworth, which I believe that's a character that I have heard about. I think that's that's the name that. Oh my God, Crazy Fox is playing Dark Souls Remastered. I wish you luck, my friend. But I lost my train of thought here. God damn it, Crazy Fox! September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 1. Son of a bitch, is that him? Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. Oh my God, that is him. Okay, I have spent a long amount of time trying to figure out what voice will go best with this guy. So, I was thinking rather a less nasally Tagami, or I could actually give him my Michelle voice for fun. May as well test it out a little bit. But, I don't know. I'm gonna give the Tagami voice a little try, and if it doesn't work, then I will swap to the Michelle voice and see how that fits, because it's a very hard decision for me to figure out which voice I want to go with for this particular guy. Okay. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Oh yeah, we met this guy. Why the hell am I up here? Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. Oh. Well, the body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans, the murder scene, the Fey and Company Law Office. Oh my goodness. Now, detective. Yes, sir? You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir! I had hard evidence that she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Witness testimony. Maya Fey's arrest. Well, as soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. That's not right. It had to have been the very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. But she wasn't at the... Never mind. Whoosh. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. Okay, that's the one thing that I probably should have experimented with back in the first trial, so thankfully the game is kind of telling me like, hey, you should give this a try. Okay, got it. I think this is something that I was also kind of given some advice on. I should at least give it a try. Okay. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Is something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Cross-examination. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Wait a minute. Oh, right, the phone call. There are 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. The witness... Okay. Press. Hold it! Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. That's all. We both know she is. Well, I guess she is Pink. Wait, that's enough. I don't really care if she is Pink or not. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up on my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. The paper? Witness testimony. Hard evidence. Well, after securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on the piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Okay, that's what I needed to know. Okay, thank you for at least clarifying that. I couldn't examine the body, so I couldn't tell if there was actually blood on her fingers or not. before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Okay, first let me see something real quick. Death was instantaneous. So, if the death was instantaneous, there's no way she could have written that. So the killer was smart enough to coat the victim, basically coat her finger in blood. Thus, yeah. I just had to read death was instantaneous, so she did not even have time to even write out her killer's name. Alright, I'm gonna wait till we get to that part of what he is saying. Let's see. And this is the perfect opportunity. Objection! Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Maya Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This is one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? That's something that May would say, obviously. Actually, no. Actually, fuck it. They both say it. Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backward. Or backwards, detective. I fucked up my line. I can clearly tell that you fucked up your line. You want to give that another try? Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, detective. Nice. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. After all, people die when they are killed. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? What? When? The day of the murder. The day after the murder. It was the day after the murder, I believe. It was the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being? That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. So you're just trying to establish that there is reasonable doubt. I received the results this morning. No way! Your Honor. Oh my god! That's the pose that my character is doing! Oh my god. I was based off Edward. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm not even mad. I am not even mad. Quagga, fucking thank you. It's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. Gah, I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. But wait a minute. Isn't it in court that both sides have to be privy to the knowledge of each different piece of evidence, though? Isn't it kind of wrong to be hiding evidence from each other or something? Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham! Wait a minute. You're a sham. I don't even have time to counter that because you did not even bother to give us the evidence in the first place. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report updated. Died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Damn. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn! This isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Oh God, please don't let it be her. Anybody but her. No! Why? Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. April May, that's her name. Sorry. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Literally nothing. Stop doing that pose! You're in a courtroom! Witness, your name, please. Also, could somebody please turn that music off? I find it incredibly distracting. April May, at your service. Oh my God. Why? Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Aw, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fey and Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Could you never call me that again? Please testify to the court about what you saw. Alright, here we go. What does this little harlequin have to say?
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mouthy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, he caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end, that's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy.
I asked you specifically to stop doing that. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Your Honor, you chose the very poor word there. Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Maya Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey! How dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yeah! I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Before I do that, though... 9 at night. Let me check something here. 9:27 a.m. Okay, that's a.m., not p.m. She would automatically know that it has to be 9 because of the wiretaps. Which I can bring forward. But that doesn't seem like it's the proper place to immediately bring this up here. So you looked at the window, right? So... Your field of vision is pretty limited. For the most part. Looked at the window. And then, oh, I saw one with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. That's it? Nothing really jumps out as a contradiction. There's gotta be something in there somewhere. Maybe I'd better just press her on the facts of it. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking about doing anyway. I wanted to review her testimony again just to make sure. Press! Why did you do that?
Huh? Why? Like, why what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily.
I sort of, you know... I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night.
Oh.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him! The poor girl! Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next?
And then, oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked.
Okay. You know, I never did realize what this bar over up in the top right is. Dodged to one side and ran away? Let me test something here. How did you know it was my client?
Huh? Well, gee. First of all, she had a girl physique. And secondly, she was small. Who else could it be but her?
She has a point. Well, Keyshawn's got good taste. Huh. It's not time for me to bring out this whole... I'm not sure if it's time for me to bring this out yet. Oh, hey! He's age 24, a gifted prosecutor, and a ruthless man who'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Bellboy! Hold on a minute! That testimony stinks!
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you saw nothing. Did you really see the defendant at all? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Stop that!
I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Your testimony needs to be redone because I'm starting to lose brain cells from this woman. Edgeworth? Yes? Could you please escort her out so I can recover my brain cells? We're in the middle of a court, Your Honor. Seriously, we're kind of busy. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn! I almost had her. Witness's account.
I did see everything. I did! The victim, the woman dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. And then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her.
Hippie clothes?
And she hit her with that weapon. I thought. I did. That clock. The kind of statue-y clock? The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
Then what happened to the lamp? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her, and she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, the kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think.
The thinker, I think. Okay. That doesn't explain the broken remains of the light stand, though. Everybody keeps referring to this as a statue, but she's the only one that knows that it's a clock. Wait. Hold on. Let me press something here. Clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Her previous testimony must have been what Edgeworth wanted her to say. So this was the testimony in her own words? Time to press and squeeze the truth out of her. Figuratively, of course. Okay, let's press this one here. Is that right? As in you're right? As you looked from the hotel?
Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right! It was my right hand, right?
What? Really? Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue.
Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after.
You're mean.
And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did, the clock.
Press the first sentence then. So, you saw me then too?
Of course! I remember that spiky hair anywhere.
Spiky? The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney.
Aw, was I a bad girl? I'm sorry.
Very well. Continue. Now for the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. I'll press from this! How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes.
That's what that's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun.
What happened then? Where did this weapon come from?
She picked it up from the desk.
I see. What sort of weapon was it?
That clock statue thinker, I think.
Alright, I pretty much pressed as much as I can. Alright. You mean this? Miss May? What you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lord.
Shut up! Please refrain from making comments like that. I'm starting to feel very uncomfortable right now. You just said that this statue of the Thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Oh!
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. No! But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Whew! That was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because... I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
Really? So, you've been to the law offices of Fey and Co.
No! Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Fey and Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... she couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in the building next door. You have proof that she could not? Amateurs, amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard. The prosecution denies your request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Indeed. Objection sustained. Damn! Time to switch directions, quick. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. Can I can't really. I don't think I can actually check to see whether this actually is. Was there? Did it have any batteries in it to begin with? I don't really know which one is the correct. Wait. I don't want to screw this up here. Shit, this is the one time where I wish I would have memorized some important stuff. Damn it! I wish I could examine the darn thing right now and see whether it actually has batteries in it or not. The batteries are dead. The batteries in that clock should be dead. Should be, Mr. Wright. Your Honor, if you would inspect the clock. Very well. Oh. Well, Your Honor, are they? This clock has graver problems than dead batteries. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Oh. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar.
Fat?
Well, Miss May. Tisk, tisk. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Jeez, you're brutal. Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves that the clockwork was removed is... this phone call. I put some papers inside it. Yeah, this. Take that! Take this! Take a look at this! Huh? That's a very cute cell phone. I wish I could get myself one of those.
Oh-ho! You have a girly phone.
Wait. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! Order! The defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention. Hey, this is payback. You didn't bring up that information to me, so guess what? I can just do the same thing to you. Also, wow, that face. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation.
So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then?
If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now.
Huh? It's not working? That's lame.
I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yeah! Larry's the one who made this! The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. The clock itself. Larry made it. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible! Everything is so in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Okay, shit, that's actually a pretty good line. I'm not even going to lie. I actually kind of like that one. Oh? Excuses not on sale today.
Oh?
Oh. Fucking hell, you're...
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Judge, I was not aware of this. I was not aware of this either. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh? Did I, lose it? I guess I did.
Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh my god! That fucking face! God. That's legitimately horrifying. Oh dear. Does the defense have have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. And I know what I need to show him. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. This bad boy! Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, You were tapping the victim, Miss Maya Fey's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... the fucking phone. It literally just... The thinker, I had to take the clockwork out. That pretty much proves that it's a fucking clock! I present the defendant's cell phone. Oh, yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time.
Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May!
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! It's no fair! All of you ganging up on me like that! Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question!
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping, irrelevant?
Gah! She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove that you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil, evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn! She's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night? Why? That's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee. You know, like normal coffee, but cold?
Oh, I know, it's actually quite fantastic, especially if you get the right blend. Why am I talking about this?
If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have, like, regular cold coffee.
Coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No! I'm going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Call the bellboy as a witness. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've thunking quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. What? However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. I'm not even trying to prove that she's the killer. She's clearly an accomplice. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Damn it. All right. I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Whatever you say, said Okaiba. Uh-oh. Well. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. Well then. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Well, hi there.
Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service.
Oh, that tea set looks rather heavy. So without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony.
Very good, sir.
Okay.
I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. I'm going to press absolutely everything on you.
Your Honor, he's sexually harassing my witness.
I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May.
Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone?
Absolutely, sir.
How can you be so certain?
I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and I...
Oh my.
The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir.
Yes. What then?
She asked for a nice coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir.
Then what was with the alcohol on the table that had 2 glasses? 9 on the dot, you say?
Yes, I confirm that detail. I had a stroke. Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished a drink after she finished, sir.
9? The time of the murder? $9 the time of the murder. Then wait a minute, you should have been there to witness it. Hold on, let me go through the rest of his dialogue here.
I brought it to it precisely the requested time, of course.
Precisely 9 then?
Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir, 9 p.m.
How can you be so sure?
Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir.
Why would she be so peculiar about the time?
And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest Miss May herself.
This bellboy wouldn't have any reason to lie. But I have to find something to use in his testimony. One more time. I'll press him until he spills the beans. Or his tea. Actually, let's hear a little bit more about your history, good sir. What exactly is it you do at the hotel?
Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, I check out guests. I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I checked Miss May in personally.
Are you always so prim? Mr. Wright? You will refrain from asking frivolous questions. Are you sure about that?
I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May.
After 8 in the evening. Okay, I have to reference this again, because, let's see, the call happened at 9:27 a.m. Okay, that's irrelevant then, that's irrelevant. The time of the murder was 9. So he must have been able to see it. Which kind of wait, that might I'm afraid I must have a sip of my coffee.
As I am thinking deeply about this.
I'm thinking more than the thinker at the moment. I just realized we still haven't used every piece of evidence here. I kind of wish that it kept the rest of the details here, but... This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are that evidence and the tested statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think over the facts before making accusations. Oh, that's what that bar up there is for. I made a mistake. Oh, so there's the penalty if I fuck up there. That's weird. I thought the autopsy still stated that it was going to be at 9 p.m., but I guess not. Oh wait, I already reviewed that, didn't I? Yep, Before I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. I'll just keep pressing everything. You're sure it was Miss April May herself?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely?
Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine.
How come you're so very certain?
Well, when I brought the room service, the guests favored me with Embrassier, sir.
Embrassier? Is that French for embrace?
It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek.
Why would she have done that?
I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir.
Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good! There's nothing there! Is that it? Tisk, tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? No, protest! Wait! Please wait! Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question. That's all. Okay. This is really it. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about?
Bed making. Ooh, my.
Room service. Check-in. Check-in. Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May.
Oh, all right. Very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. But she's just my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really.
I see. Excuse me? What exactly was a disappointment?
Well, I am not without charm, sir, but even I'd have little chance with her lover there.
What did he say? What did you say?
Rather, quite.
Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? I object. That was objectionable. Really? Not really, boy. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question.
Oh, yes, I see.
Yes. Why did you not mention this in your testimony?
Well, sir, you didn't ask.
Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention.
Yes, quite, indeed. It was the good barista there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir.
You sneaky bastard! You fool! Edgeworth, you sneaky son of a bitch! I've done it! I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room?
That's right, sir.
Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved with who may have been the murderer. You want to try that line again? In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Gah! Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Why are you laughing? That's a good rhyme, good sir. Court is adjourned. Woo! I did it! Kind of. Sort of. Well then. Nice! September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Mr. Wright! You were amazing in there!
Really? That's a good... I like that smile, that's nice.
I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know.
But then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh?
That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Miss May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms don't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go find out more about this man.
Do you think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Sis.
Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise.
I'm counting on you.
Hell yeah. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. May's testimony. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. Damn right! To be continued. I'm still impressed that this was a Game Boy Advance game at one point. Damn, that's pretty cool. Alright, that seems like a pretty good place for us to go and end it for right now. Holy sh... So that was, I guess that technically counts as my first official taste of going up against this Edgeworth dude. He's brutal. Good lord. That was... I don't know, this... I don't think a lot of the stuff that just happened today would fly in actual court here, specifically here in the States. But, you know, I don't know, different law systems everywhere, so, I don't know. But, I don't know, can somebody actually correct me on this? I'm pretty sure that all evidence is on both sides, are supposed to be put forth so both sides can examine all of it before the trial actually starts, so that there's no surprises in the middle of the actual court. In which case, it kind of puts me in the mind that both, well, specifically Edgeworth, but also Phoenix were kind of playing a little bit underhandedly. I'm pretty sure that would not actually, you know, fly in actual court. Unless I'm supposed to assume that they knew some of this stuff already, but I'm not entirely, I'm pretty sure that's not the case. But anyway, I'm really getting into this, and I can't wait to do more. So if y'all like this, be sure to let me know. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'm in love with this, and I will see all of you guys definitely in the next Helen video. Helen, what